Haribol.
Haribol. Dandava pranam.
Hi.
Dandava pranam, Maharaj. Happy to see you. Dandava
Dhanyavad
pranam.
Maharaj.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Dhanyavad.
Surprise. Dandava Maharaj.
Dhanyavad.
Aburro. Dandava.
Hare Krishna. Who is this?
Hi, Krishna Maharaj.
Oh, Annavad. Our
Good
dear
afternoon,
sister, how
Maharaj.
are you doing? We haven't seen you in such a long time.
Yes, Maharaj. My
Yeah.
apologies. I was just always out during this time,
Okay.
but I'm
Happy to see you again.
yes, same here, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Uh,
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
you are okay?
Yes, yes, everything good.
Okay. But Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
So Santa Maharaj, so nice to have you with us. Maharaj, you are having a program tomorrow? No,
On 17th,
17th in the morning?
we can have in the evening, Maharaj, the Sangha.
You tell me the time. Okay.
Evening will be good, Maharaj.
Okay, you tell me the time.
What time will be good for you, Maharaj?
Whatever time you choose, that will be the best.
When you take the lunch, Maharaj?
Oh, we take our lunch at 12 o'clock noon, usually around noon.
So now it is 12, it's 12:30 or 1?
Out here, it is 1 p.m.
Okay, Maharaj.
Yeah,
Then we can have at this time will be good because
this time?
it will be, or in Indian time, if you want to have Maharaj, 7:30. I don't know what time that will be for you.
7:30 p.m.
Yes.
7:30 p.m.
10 a.m.
Echo, what time is 7:30 p.m. in India and New York time?
July 15th at 7:30 p.m. in New Delhi is July 15th at 10 a.m. in New York City.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay, Maharaj. Is that okay, Maharaj? That time?
At 10 a.m. Yes.
Okay, Maharaj. Then we can have at 10 a.m. your
Okay.
time. And India time will be 7:30.
Okay.
And I don't know Spain time.
Same time. Oh. You have to look it up on Google.
It'll be 3 hours earlier from now.
3 hours earlier. Krishna Kesava says 3 hours earlier. Will be 4:30. 4:30.
Rose,
I mean,
Rose is saying, can I join? Yes, you can join.
who say?
Ross.
Raj.
Kettner.
Hi.
Dhanyavad, Maharaj.
Dhanyavad, Bhakti. Oh, we have so many people today.
You can send a notification
Huh?
for the Zoom.
What is that? Invitation?
For the
Dhanyavad, Maharaj.
Zoom information.
Krishna Kesava can send. You tell him who you want to send. Anyone? Anyone can join?
Yes, Maharaj. Yes.
All right. Send a message to everyone.
The Zoom information can be sent before. My internet is slow now.
Yes, disappearance day of Srila Sridhara Maharaj is coming on Monday. This July 17th will be the disappearance of Srila Sridhara Maharaj's written out commemoration day. If you'd like to come to the Sangha, it will be at 10 a.m. New York time, according to your particular schedule.
3 p.m. in UK.
3 p.m. in UK,
It's 4 p.m. in Spain.
and 4 p.m. in Spain. Our timekeeper. This is the case. All right, hitting ball. Maharaj, Peter. Okay, so we'll start our vandana. The page.
38.
Vandeham Sriguru
Vaishnavam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Trijana Saitam Chaitanya Deva
Krishna Pada
Krishna Pada Sahana Lalita Vitam Jnanati Virandasya Jana Jana Salakaya Surungitam Jnanam Tasmasti Gurave Namaha
Puja
Puja Sri Guru Bhagavandita Mahamvidaya Shala Gauravarya Parampara Prashalita Praya Brahmurtate Bhakti Nirmala Nirasha Nirdam Sakasankachadara Vande Sri Guru Devamanata Sri Acharya Varjanijam
Srivacharya Varanijam Purva
Vishta Supurakam Guru Kanira Shishta Sambhusitam Sindhya Sindhya Samastavedanikam Sirupa Vantanugam Govinda Vidam Udvaram Bharatanum Bhaktyam Vitam Sundaram Mangalishva Guru Shadivya Bhagavat Premo Srivya Pradam
Devam
Devam Diyatanum Suchanda Vadanam Pararka Selasitam Sandhananda Puram Salika Varanam Vairagya Bija Pugim Vishidantanidim Shubhaktilasitam Saraspatanam Param Pandetam Shuvalam Malika Saranam Yasisvaram Sriharam Anta Saraswati Vinito Gaudiya Puram Vaye Vato Vanuriva Pravata Kavani Yuga Sankirtane Maya Valati Mingilodara Katanu Virya Divaniman Krishna Prema Shubhaligahan Tukam Prada Pramutam Vaye Gaudaki Soraya Bhakta Vadudamutaya Gaudari Padmavangaya Shradhavani Sevine Bhante Bhakti Vinodam Sri Gaura Sakti Swarupakam Bhakti Sastranja Samrayam Radha Rasa Shudanidhim Ora Vrayakita Sheshai Vaisnavai Bhakya Prigaham Jagannath Prabhu Mandir Premadin Virda Vaisnavam Panchakaltarturyascha Kirpa Sindhuya Evacha Patitana Pavanivyo Vaisnavavyo Namo Namaha Tattvaga Krishna Bhaktarupasvarupakam Bhaktavatanam Bhaktavyam Namami Bhakta Saktikam
Namami
Namo
Bhakti
Mahavadayaya
Namo
Krishna
Maharaja
Prema Pradayate Krishna Ya Krishna Chaitanya Name Gauri Tuse Namaha Jayatam Suratau Pangor Mama Manga Mate Gati Matsarvasva Padam Bujau Ragamagana Mohana Vijaya Brindaranja Kalpatmaha Srimad Rankara Siksa Nasta Sikandarbas Lagavinda Deva Prestali Vise Manaos Marami Sriman Rasa Rasanvi Vasivadadastita Karsambenu Svaneri Gopir Gopinata Yesvigetuna Vikrandaya Tulasi Devyai Priyayai Kesavaya Krishna Bhakti Pradevi Satya Vajai Namo Namaha Atanatua Mantra Guru Guru Bhagavata Tara Yasan Jagat Guru Narva Tatoya Yomuriraye Parikara Si Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Padam Panja Jastu Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sridhara Ganadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare
Srila-Acharya, Srila Bhakti Yoga, Maharaja ki jai.
Jai
Giri Govardhana ki jai.
Jai
Srila Bhakti ki jai.
Jai
The devotees ki jai. All the
Jai
Jai Go Prapanna-jivanamrtam.
Jai
Jai Nrsimha. Nrsimha.
Vishnupad Paramahansa Dev-Goswami Bhakti Puri Maharaja.
Jai
Jai.
What is the name of the deities? Lakshmi, Nrsimha, Prahlad.
This is Prahlad, Shishi, Guru, Gurudev, Prahlad, Lakshmi, Nrsimha.
Shri Gurudev, Prahlad, Lakshmi, Nrsimha.
Prahlad, Lakshmi, Nrsimha. Guru, Garanga, Prahlad, Lakshmi, Nrsimha.
Just Guru.
Just Guru.
Guru,
No
Prahlad.
no Garanga. Guru Garanga. No?
Anti-Garanga is next to the other side of the deities.
Guru Garanga, then Lakshmi, Prahlad, Nrsimha Dev ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat, Nrsimha Pali ki jai.
Jai.
We lost somebody, I think.
And we will read from Prapanna-jivanamrtam. Page, it's number 22, chapter 2. Jaya Vishwapad, Paramahamsa Parivraj, Acharya, Saraswat, Sri Sripad, Bhakti Yoga, Dev-Goswami Maharaj, Jai. Jai Sri Sri Prapanna-jivanamrtam. Text 22. Paripurna Kama Karir Harir Evashraya Niyo Mayadeyam means Avishmitam Tam Paripurna Kamam Svenaiva Latena Samam Prasantam Vino Pasarpat Yaparam Balisha, Dolagu, Lane Ati, T, RT, Sindhu. This is from the Bhagavatam, chapter, Canto 6, chapter 9, verse 22. One should take refuge in the fully satisfied Supreme Lord, Puri. The shelter of other gods yields a lamentably inferior result. That is Sridhara's comment on it. Lord Krishna is perfectly replete in everything desirable, fully self-sufficient, poised, and tranquil. Nothing can be astonishing for him. Only a fool disregards him to take shelter in any demigod whose propitiation may be prescribed for the accomplishment of worldly benefits. Such a person may be compared to one who seizes a dog's tail in order to cross the ocean. I think I have heard this, we've heard this many times, that you want to cross the ocean and you try to grab hold of a dog's tail. A dog can swim in the water. And if you try to cross the ocean by holding the tail of the dog, you're not going to get very far, are you? So this is from the Srimad Bhagavatam, this metaphor. In the verse where it says, where it mentions that metaphor, that if you want to cross the ocean of material existence, don't worship the demigods for that purpose. They are not created for the purpose of crossing the material. They are created for allowing you to have certain benedictions. You want to have good sons, or you want to have wealth, some material achievement. Demigods may be able to help you with that, but they are not useful. Getting those things are not useful for getting out of this material world. The only way to get out of the material world is to take shelter of the devotee of the Lord. Pure devotee of the Lord. Guru Varga. Those in the specific session of Dev-Goswami are especially powerful to give us freedom from all material attachment. They lead us to the plane of Sharanagati, surrender to people. Give up the false ego conception that I can be the Lord alone. I can be the enjoyer of this world, any aspect of this world. We are not the controller, we are not the enjoyer. He is the controller. Ishwar Paramak. He is the supreme. And our business is to try to become conscious of that, Krishna conscious, to become aware that he is God. He is always in charge of everything. Aham sarvasya bhava. All creation, material and spiritual, under his control, or his jurisdiction. And we are to enter into the serving camp, submissive camp of surrender, service. And that is not something we have, I try to emphasize, that's not something we have to do. There's something we are. Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami, Divya sort of boy, Krishna, when he asked, who am I? Kayami. Sanatana as Mahaprabhu. Kayami. And Mahaprabhu told Srivara Swarupo and Krishna Nityadas. That's what you are. You're an eternal servant of Krishna. That means we don't have to try to do anything. We have to be that. We just have to be that. That's not on, what is that? As our natural constitutional function. We are eternal servants of Krishna. That's all. We have to accept that. We have to become conscious of that. Don't fight. Fighting with your own shadow. You'll create the misunderstanding that you are something other than that. And you are struggling against that misconception. Unreal. We accept the unreal as real. Why to do that? Out of ignorance, out of misunderstanding. And by the grace of Guru and the Shastra, saintly persons, we can understand that's not our business. We accept our what is our constitutional nature, what we are, what is that called? To realize, equal realization, to act in that capacity that we are. We don't have to create anything new. We already are servants eternally. We just have to be that. Accept, O Lord, I am your servant. And that comes in as soon as we accept the guardianship of our Guru, that becomes real. That becomes actual. That's called realization. We can say, yes, I am a servant of God. Many people I've heard, they say that, yes, that God told me to do this or that. And they're criminals. Not like that. They become a genuine servant, a real servant, authentic servant. One has to accept the parampara, that direction, that will that is coming through the Supreme Lord, its family, Guru Varga. Then we can follow properly. That will be real surrender. Otherwise, we will simply surrender to our own imagination. That won't help us. Those who surrender only to themselves, follow their own mind, they accept themselves as God. Bhakti Siddhanta, Prabhupada, Saraswat, he told like that. Those who follow their own mind are worshiping themselves. It means you worship yourself, you surrender to yourself by following your own mind. When we follow the mind of Guru, follow the will of Guru, who has also submitted his will to his divine master. And like that, coming in the line, proper line of spiritual succession. And then we can say that we are surrendering. Not difficult. It's not difficult to understand. It's difficult for us to do because we are conditioned to be independent minded. We're conditioned to think, oh, I can do what I want. That's intelligent action. Follow what you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. That's the way we're trained. But that is the devil's work. And Maya's work. Like that. Unfortunately, there is also Maya. So we have to be alert. And we have to be fortunate to be able to get the proper direction. And then to actually be able to follow that. Requires a good soul, a good heart. One's honest, Krishna will give the proper direction where to go, how to proceed. We have to be prepared to follow that. Next number, 23. Arir eva sarvo daritvam yarata hundara ulinda pukasha. Abir suma yavana kasharaya. Ye chapapa papa. Ye chapapa yad upashraya shraya. Sudyanti tasmai avavishnave nama. Another famous verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 4, Text 18. Sridhara comment. Only Sri Hari is capable of delivering the living being in all circumstances. Persons such as those belonging to the races known as Yarata, Una, Andhra, Pulinda, Pukash, Abhiras, Numa, Kanka, Yavana, and Kash. Nay, persons of each and every sinful birth are perfectly purified without a doubt by taking shelter of the devotees surrendered to Lord Vishnu, the Almighty. I do offer my respectful obeisances. And so here is explaining it doesn't matter what your background is, how fallen you may be, your family, birth, all these things. You may be born into a family of dog eaters, meat eaters, fornicators, or whatever, thieves. Doesn't matter. Then everyone can be purified if they take shelter of humility. Why? Because even though they may not know everyone in this world, whoever they may be, whatever situation they will be, they are all Krishna and Nityanas. They're all eternal servants of Krishna. Eternally. That means even though you may be in different situations, doesn't mean you are not a servant. You are carrying out the will of the Lord, even in these degraded positions of life. I was remembering, you know, that story of the butcher and the Brahmin. You know that story? The butcher and the Brahmin. No, you don't know that story? No. Butcher was cutting his meat. He was cutting the meat and selling it to the public. And he had this scale where he would weigh the meat, cut the meat, put it in the scale, and weigh how much meat there was, and then he charged them charge the people according to the weight of the meat that was given. I want 1 pound or 2 pounds, or whatever like that. Maybe you've gone to the delicatessen at the supermarket and asked to buy a pound of cheese or something like that. And you see they put it on the scale and weigh it before they give it to you. So like that, he was weighing the meat. And this Brahmin went there and he saw on the corner of his eye, of course, Brahmins don't eat any meat. Good Brahmin doesn't eat meat. But he saw on the corner of his eye that this man had on the scale these stones. On one side of the scale, there were the stones. And these stones, he saw, these are not ordinary stones. These look like Shaligram Silas. And so he went over there and he inspected them. And sure enough, this man was weighing the meat with these Shaligram Silas. And the Brahmin was astonished. Oh my goodness. what are you doing? You know, you have taken these shalagrams and using them for weights to weigh your meat. You are a disgusting person. You're a foolish person. And, all right. So the butcher was a very humble person. He didn't know anything. He told, all right, you take these stones. I can put any stone here. And so the Brahmin took the stones, those shaligrams, back to his house. And he washed them and prepared them for proper worship. And that night, when he was thinking about his shaligram feelings, they spoke to him. And they were chastising that Brahmin. Why you have taken us from that scale? He is our devotee. And we were having so much fun swinging back and forth on that scale. And you took us off there. Why? You are such a rascal. And the Brahmin was astonished. And he came back and he gave back those shaligrams to that butcher. I did not know that you are a devotee of Narayan. Yeah. Just like Gadadhar Pandit also. Gadadhar Pandit, very close associate of Mahaprabhu, incarnation of the Baba of Srimati Radharani. Gadadhar. He went one day to see Pundarik Vidyanidhi. And he saw Pundarik Vidyanidhi sitting on a bed, very luxurious bed, and smoking a hookah. He was there lying like a luxurious person, sense-enjoying person. And then he thought, then he came back from there and said, oh, what terrible person this is. He's considered a Vaishnava. Why did you send me here? The devotee told about Gadadhar, go to see Pundarik. He's a very advanced devotee. And he went there and he saw this, and he came back and he said, I'm disgusted. I saw this, he was doing it like that. And you're telling me he's a Vaishnava. What then? What kind of Vaishnava is that? And they told, no, he is. There's a great Vaishnava, great devotee of Lord. And then he went back again. And someone told him, or telling to Pundarik Vidyanidhi, telling him the story of Putana. How Krishna accepted the services, the attempt of Putana to poison him with her breast. Some poison, he put some poison on her breast and tried to feed Krishna. And how Krishna accepted her, accepted that Putana, accepted her as his devotee, accepted her as his own mother. His mother has breastfed him, and Putana was coming to feed him her breast. And he accepted her. Even though she's a wretched person like that, coming to poison Krishna, he accepted her. And anyhow, when they told this story to Pundarik, he was rolling on the ground. Oh, my dear Lord Krishna, how wonderful you are, how merciful you are, to accept even a wretched person like Putana as your mother. Because she came, even though with an ill intention, she came like the mother to breastfeed you. He's thinking how amazingly merciful Krishna is, not looking at the bad side, but at the good within everyone. And everyone is ultimately his servant. He could see that. And Pundarik understood that. And then when Gadadhar saw his reaction just from hearing that story, then he could understand, oh yes, only a Vaishnava, a high Vaishnava can understand these things. And he accepted him as his spiritual master. So it's not the outer show, the outer manifestation, that we can tell who is the Vaishnava. Everyone is ultimately servant of Krishna. Devotee has the power to see that. He has the intelligence, has the knowledge to be able to understand and recognize that. we must be very careful. The Wind Maharaja used to say, we don't know who is it going to do the right stuff. We must be very careful about criticizing others, because we don't know so easily. And this is confirmed in our scriptures. Our main problem is that we have to be devoted to Krishna, not worry about others. We have to be able to see who is devoted and how am I devoted, not worry about how others are, how much I can understand, how much I can accept. Yes. And that is my eternal position. And my only desire is to accept that, whatever condition of life I may be in. Text number 24. Ari Charanashrita Eva Charagrahiro Yata Karma Yogari Bir Atma Gatitva Ahat Anandadugam Padambujam Angsasha Shrey Faran Arabindalochana Sukamnu Vishvara Yoga Karma Beast Maya Chami Vihata Namanina. From the Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 29th chapter, 3rd verse. Only surrendered souls can properly distinguish substance from form. Those who disregard Lord Hari, who seek happiness on the empirical path based on yoga and karma, are simply on a suicidal course. O lotus-eyed one, the swans, the topmost pure devotees, Paramahamsas, take refuge in your ecstasy-yielding lotus feet. O universal Lord, those who do not accept the joy of the shelter of your lotus feet and pursue the path of abstract liberation and mundane acquisition, such persons are devastated by your deluded motives. Everyone is seeking happiness. But we try to find it in something that is not going to give us the highest. We try to do it in a mundane way, to seek mundane happiness. The mundane means worldly, mundane means worldly. We are absorbed in the conception of the world. The world is our home, but we think like that. And not our home. This world that we are living in, not our real home if we do not understand that world in relationship to Krishna. It's only that things are understood as being for the sake, for the satisfaction, for the sake of the Lord, for the sake of Krishna. Even Hegel, the big philosopher, he said that God, whatever is for God is also God. He understood. Whatever is for God is also God. That is God. Srila Maharaj would always tell, reality is by itself and for itself. Reality is for itself. The world we consider reality. But that reality, if it is not for Krishna, for God, then what is it for? We think it is for our enjoyment. We think it is for our home, for our satisfaction. That is the wrong conception. By that wrong conception, we're seeking happiness and so we can. It's only when we recognize that everything is for the satisfaction and the service of the Supreme Lord, Krishna and Nityananda. It was all meant for his service eternally. That consciousness, that of Krishna, when we can come to understand properly what is our proper activity, what is our proper goal. Not directly. We don't want to directly think that we can serve Krishna, but to serve Krishna under the guidance, under the service of his devotees. Again, we want to have a realistic understanding of service, a realistic connection with service, not just mental, not just a philosophical understanding of Krishna in our brain, our thought, our mind. But in reality, Krishna comes in the form of Acharya. Acharya mam vijaniyat. Krishna says, know that I am the Acharya. We have the good fortune to meet the genuine Acharya. Then we must try to serve. That is Krishna's opportunity for us to engage in genuine service. Sri Krishna next verse, 25. Sri Krishna Charana Sharanagate Parama Sanjyatvam Nanaka Pristam Nacha Sarvam Bahunam Parameshtam Na Prasadi Patyam Yogas Deer Apunarbhavam Pam Achanti Yatharata Panna Bhagavatam 10th Canto 16th chapter 37th verse. Full refuge in the lotus feet of Sri Krishna is the supreme objective. Those souls who have taken refuge in the dust of your lotus feet have no desire to attain heaven, universal dominion, the post of Lord Brahma, sovereignty over the earth, yoga perfections, or liberation. One who can take shelter of the Supreme Lord Krishna, one who takes shelter of the lotus feet of Gurudev, they will find in their own life they're fully settled, they're happy. They don't have any other ambition. All ambition is all ambition for mundane achievements, all ambition for anything other than the service of Krishna becomes vanquished. One who has the higher taste, one who acquires a higher taste, he doesn't like to think of anything lower taste. Just like when we have taste prasadam. Once we have taste of prasadam, we no longer want to eat anything at the other restaurants, things that are not, even things that are not offered. Even they be vegetarian. We're not even offered, not attracted to those things. Because once we have the taste, the higher and the lower tastes are eliminated. I remember when I first came to the temple, and it was in Washington, D.C. And first time I had prasadam was there at the temple. And it was in the evening, and they were giving the devotees some banana milk. So banana milk and olive oil. Nice prasad. And you know how to make banana milk? You dissolve something, you crush some bananas, and you add some sugar. You stir that up, and you mix it with some milk, hot milk. You make like that banana milk and offer that to Krishna. And then olive oil also. So anyhow, I remember drinking that banana milk when I was there. And after I drank it, I felt like I had swallowed the sun. I felt like there was some rays coming out of my body. Like light coming out of my body. I cannot forget that. And I thought, what is this here? So I thought, what is this? Then, anyhow, I was sitting like that. And then I noticed for a long time I wanted to be a vegetarian in my life. Somehow I was attracted to that type of living, even before then. And I tried many times to do that, take up vegetarian diet. Anyhow, I was waterfall and soul. My family all ate meat and everything like that. So a little difficult for me to get to that point. Anyhow, after that experience with prasadam, that first experience, then after that, I never again even thought of anything non-veg. And then I never thought even after that of anything that was not offered to Krishna. I never thought of eating those. No. So in personal experience, I had like that. At the higher taste. We don't know what it is. There's some mysterious thing that happens when we take prasad. Mysterious energy is there. That purifies our soul, purifies our body, purifies our mind. So we come to some higher conception. Srila Prabhupada used to say that milk was called liquid religiosity. So you take the cow's milk, it's liquid religiosity. You automatically understand religion properly by just drinking milk. Cows are very nice creatures. They have a very mystical also mentality. If you've ever had a chance to work with cows, let's see what I mean. Anyhow, by taking the milk and then mixed with that banana and the sugar and then offered with love to Krishna, it has a revolutionizing effect. Revolutionizing effect. And we don't know what hit us. Anyhow, just by that, we can become purified. So it's very important. We can give prasadam to the public, properly prepared with love, avoiding all the things that are not that other pure vegetarians eat. It's not like that. It is Krishna prasadam. That's something different than mere vegetarian. It has a purifying effect. We don't know. A person may become purified like that. Of course, we have to be a little going in that direction already. I think it's helpful. Krishna will bless us even if no one else comes as a result of our prasadam distribution. At least he will bless us for trying to spread Krishna consciousness by helping to feed others that nourishment, that soul nourishment of Krishna. That is our hope. So any comment or question from anyone? Before we stop?
Maharaj,
Yeah.
today something strange, thing happened here. One lady came and her husband. She's from locality only. I don't know, but she came. Somebody told me that one lady came. Her husband got a like a brain stroke, and his face one side. Then she wants to meet you, and I told okay, she can come, no problem. I told, and they both came. Then I'm surprised to see that person was one person, the Leo Maharaja, and trouble. And last Gaur Purnima, he slapped a devotee, and the cheek on which he slapped, he got this paralysis. Then I seen him, I immediately identified, oh, you are that person that day this happened. I told, oh, yes, I'm very sorry. Please, some mercy. Then he came that, and then I thought, what today you did like that? So, Mahaprabhu is very merciful. You ask forgiveness from him, and you can do some service. Every day you can come and make, to do some darshan. At least you can do some service, or, whatever you can. At least you can just wipe, some portion of the temple with a cloth or whatever you do. That will be good, and don't take any wrong things. Try to take that will be and the Mahaprabhu is very merciful, and he will told. I was, that so that can happen, to purify actually. In Dhambas, he has some Sukruti.
Can understand what happened?
It's difficult to follow Maharaj. Your connection is not so good. What is it? You want to repeat?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Krishna Kesava will repeat what you said.
Today in the temple, some lady came with a husband. She was requesting to have Maharaj's darshan, both husband and wife.
Yeah.
And then when Maharaj, she said, okay, no problem. So we came to see him, and he recognized the husband immediately when he saw him. This husband recently had a stroke, and one side of his face, became like droopy, and how it happens when you have a stroke. And this individual Maharaj recognized because last year at Gaur Purnima, he made some offense to a devotee and slapped in the face. And that very same side of the face which he slapped the devotee in is the same side of the face that was affected by the stroke.
Yeah.
So he came to ask forgiveness from Maharaj. Maharaj said, you ask forgiveness from Mahaprabhu, and you try to engage in service and take prasad and do some small service activity a little bit every day, and that would be very good for you.
Hare Krishna.
I was remembering Maharaj, the purification of prasadam. Maybe that will help him. I told him, don't take any other things and try to take some prasad. And he and his wife, they promised me that they will not take anything except prasad.
And we should not think that the higher world is not intelligent. They know the higher world. They are very intelligent. They can see what's in our hearts. We may not be able to understand so easily, but they can understand. And they are directing us. Sometimes people think, oh, why is Krishna so cruel? So many difficulties come to people's lives. But they do not realize that they have understanding beyond our ability. We are not to judge so harshly everything. We have to be very meek and humble. Rupa Goswami has told the principles of surrender. We should be very meek and humble. Try to understand how Krishna is in charge. Krishna is our guardian, our protector. And be very kind to us, very loving. If we can but follow that, and not judge, make so many of our judgments of others all the time. Then I'll be very nice. Anyhow, somehow everything works out. Yes. Devotees have a good intention. They're only trying to serve the Lord to the best of their understanding. And Krishna can see within the hearts what we are doing. And he is enough. He is enough. He can judge. We don't have to judge. He can judge.
Maharaj,
Yes,
this prayer to the Lord for asking anything is not considered like, sometime, not proper praying to God to get something. But sometimes also devotees pray, like Bhakti Thakur prayed to Vimala Devi, Yogamaya, to send somebody. So I'm thinking, how this is, means one direction we can think that whatever you wish, we accept it. And another, sometimes we see also devotees pray. So how, we can understand both the things.
Yeah.
Can you understand, Maharaj?
wait a minute, Krishna occasionally will tell me.
Sometimes we're hearing that a devotee should never ask anything from Krishna. But on the other hand, we're seeing very high devotees are sometimes definitely clearly asking things from Krishna. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur praying to Vimala Devi to send someone who can help him, and she sent his son. So how to harmonize?
I think the gopis were also trying to get Krishna to pay attention to them. And they were praying to Katyayani. That were arranged for that to happen. They could get Krishna as their lover. So we pray to connect, to remove the obstacles to our devotion, or to Nisringadev. Protect us in our service. And can we say that's not service also? I don't know, Maharaj, what do you say?
I'm thinking that whatever they are doing, that is all pleasing to Krishna, maybe. And that is the best thing, whatever they do. For his satisfaction only they are praying. Because their whole intention is to satisfy the Lord under the proper direction. So their prayer is also in that line only. Because Mahaprabhu's Sikshastakam also indicates some prayer. That life after life I want to get that bhakti. Bhavata bhakti rohitu kitoi.
I think it's like the, what is it? About the cat and the monkey, the cat and the monkey,
Yes.
The cat, he allows his mother to pick him up, take him wherever is necessary. He just submits to the mother. But the monkey, he grabs onto his mother. So do we follow the cat philosophy or the monkey philosophy?
Monkey.
Monkey philosophy. Do what is favorable and reject what is unfavorable. Praying for Krishna's help is favorable for devotion. Then we can do that.
That's the reason Mahaprabhu came here. Advaita-Acharya was praying for him to come.
Not a kind of a, what do you want to call it? Not kind of an algorithm. There's no algorithm. No program, computer program that we can follow to serve Krishna.
It's a spontaneous thing.
A spontaneous act from our heart. And we have to see what is the situation. Krishna can understand our heart. And sometimes situation may become so difficult. We pray to Krishna, oh Lord, help me. And do without your help. And we see that so many times in the scripture. With 20. That is all favorable. Increasing their devotion. Go Haribol. Uma Devi, where are you? You look like you're in From high place.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Work finished, Maharaj.
Lighthouse.
My work is finished. I'm coming out.
Oh.
Of.
What is that? What is that building behind you?
Yeah, that's
Parking.
our building. I'm working.
Oh, that's where you work.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That big building.
The parking lot?
Yes, parking ground floor, Maharaj.
Ground floor.
Parking is ground floor. There's so many offices upstairs.
Okay. Looks like a lighthouse from distance.
Yeah, near the London Bridge. You can see the London Bridge.
London Bridge.
Yeah, near the
What
Very
is the
cloudy.
river?
Very cloudy there today.
Sorry, Maharaj.
It's very
What
cloudy.
is the river name?
Yeah, yes, cloud and windy. Yeah.
The river name. Maharaj,
Is there a river there?
Sorry, Maharaj.
Is there a river? Or it's just a
Yeah,
overbridge
river.
something
Yeah,
like that?
river is there. Yeah. Yes.
What is
London
that
Bridge.
river? What is the river name?
River. I don't know river name. River, only one river, yes. I think Lower Thomas River.
Thomas, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Not Sattva, not Rajas, but Thomas. Pragya Didi, do you have any questions for us? You're muted. We can't hear. We can't hear. It's mute. Your sound is muted.
Okay, okay. No, Maharaj, no questions. Your prasadam lecture was very helpful, and that's from, I want to start cooking every day some prasadam. So I started immediately after hearing that.
Okay.
I finished my cooking already. Thank you. It was very good class.
Thank you, Maharaj. Okay, Maharaj, we're going to end.
Thank you, Maharaj. Dandavad Maharaj. Jai Vishnupad, Paramans Parivajavat, Srila Bhakti Madhava
Jai
Maharaj.
Srila Sattva Maharaj.
All the
Jai.
devotees ki
Jai
jai.
Harinanda. Jai and the Didi ki jai. Jai Bhagavati Didi ki jai. Jai Priyadarshini Didi ki jai. Jai Priyatmani Didi.
Jai.
Jai Uma Devi Didi ki jai. Jai Pragya Didi ki jai.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Krishna Sripad Prabhu ki jai.
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 Jai Maharaj.
And all the grass behind ki jai.
Jai.
Please be well, be safe. I love to you all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.